Hi, my name is Gadd Danno, and I am an internet survival guru. Friends, many a man realizes that there is no life and no future in the wicked cities, only death and destruction. So why do they stay? Well, usually it's because of a woman. You know, there are men in the cities working jobs they don't like, and there's this group of people called metrosexuals, which are straight men who dress like homosexuals. And why do they do these things? It's not in their nature. Well, they do it for a woman. And I think we need to look to the Bible to learn not to allow women to bring about the destruction of our bodies and our souls. And the Lord God called unto Adam, and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters? And whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth, and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face, and tired her head, and looked out at the window. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, she said, Had Zimri peace, who slew his master? And he lifted up his face to the window, and said, Who is on my side? Who? And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, Throw her down. So they threw her down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall, and on the horses, and he trode her under foot. And when he was come in, he did eat and drink, and said, Go, see now this cursed woman, and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. And they went to bury her, but they found no more of her than the skull, and the feet, and the palms of her hands. Wherefore they came again and told him, and he said, This is the word of the Lord, which he spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, In the portion of Jezreel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel. and the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung upon the face of the field in the portion of Jezreel. Now in the heart of every woman there's the spirit of Eve, or the spirit of Lot's wife, and the spirit of Jezebel. You know, sometimes my wife comes home from a day's work, and I put food on the table, and she says, Gadd, let's move closer to the city because it's such a long drive for my job. Or she says, let's go to the city and do some shopping. And when she does that, I point to the biblical stories. Or I'll have an apple around. I'll take a bite out of it. Okay. Don't be like Eve, tempting me with the forbidden fruit of sin and the cities. Or other times, she's nagging me at the dinner table, but I've always got a shaker of salt right on the table with her name on it, and I say, Sarah, don't be like Lot's wife, or come Judgment Day, you could become a pillar of salt and minerals just like her. Or sometimes if the dog duties on the floor, I point to that and I tell her, don't be like Jezebel, or you could wind up as dog do, just like Jezebel. And when I do this, she usually keeps quiet about moving to the city.